Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking what was an absolutely high-stakes, dramatic conclusion to Group B play in the 2026 World Cup. We're talking about the massive clash between host nation Canada and a very battle-tested Switzerland squad. You know, this matchup wasn't just about grabbing 3 points. It was a serious reality check on the global stage. I'm so excited to guide you through this because the narratives flying around this game, the crazy momentum, the tactical shifts on the field, and, oh man, the explosive public reaction, it's all just fascinating. So let's dive right in and figure out exactly what went down and what this means for the knockout rounds. Okay, let's dive into this because to really get it, we have to set the scene right before the opening whistle. Just days before facing the Swiss, Canada was riding an absolute historic high. I mean, they had just thumped Qatar in an unbelievable 6-0 victory. This wasn't just a good game, it was literally the Canadian men's team's first ever win in the tournament. Forward Cy Larin actually captured the mood perfectly right after that massive win, proudly declaring that the performance showed the world who Canada is. The host nation was absolutely buzzing. They stepped onto the pitch against Switzerland with a level of swagger and national backing that honestly the program had never experienced before. But as we know, every great sports drama needs a formidable counterforce, right? Let's contrast how these two teams actually arrived at this crucial Wednesday match. Canada opened up with a really hard-fought 1-1 draw against Bosnia-Herzegovina, and then followed it up with that euphoric 6-0 win over Qatar. The momentum was undeniably trending up, but Switzerland didn't just stumble in here. They went completely undefeated in European qualifying just to punch their ticket. Once in the tournament, they drew Qatar 1-1 and then thoroughly dismantled Bosnia 4-1, scoring their last 2 goals in the final 20 minutes, by the way. So, you've got a Canadian team flying high on unprecedented emotion, colliding head-on with a Swiss team boasting this relentless late-game execution. Now, what's really wild here is the historical context. When you have 2 teams from entirely different continents, the historical matchups are usually pretty sparse. And get this, prior to this World Cup, these 2 nations had only faced each other one single time in men's soccer. You actually have to go all the way back to May 2002, where Canada secured a 3-1 victory in the Swiss city of St. Gallen. So despite the seriously daunting European pedigree of their opponent, history did offer a tiny sliver of optimism for Canadian fans. They had done it before, albeit, nearly a quarter of a century ago.
Section 1. The Clash, breaking down the 2-1 loss.
The stage was set at BC Place. The home crowd was absolutely roaring. But before we look at the actual goals, we have to talk about the number 19. That was Switzerland's official FIFA ranking heading into this matchup. They are a top 20 team globally. But beyond just a ranking, this is a program that has made it to the World Cup knockout rounds 5 times before. They possess this deep institutional memory of how to navigate the intense, suffocating pressure of a group stage finale. And for Canada, dealing with an opponent that possesses that level of deep tournament experience, well, that is an incredibly steep learning curve. Let's trace the pivotal moments here. The first half was this tense, gridlock stalemate. But right out of the gate in the second half, boom. 46th minute, Ruben Vargas opens the scoring for Switzerland. Just 11 minutes later, in the 57th minute, Yohan Manzambi doubles the lead. Suddenly, the home team is staring down a massive 2-0 deficit. But here is where the tactical adjustments kick in. In the 75th minute, Canada subs in Promise David for Tajon Buchanan. And this brilliantly illustrates the instant impact of fresh legs off the bench. Literally 1 minute later, in the 76th minute, Promise David finds the back of the net. It injected immediate life back into the stadium. But ultimately, that veteran Swiss defense held firm, securing the 2-1 victory.
Section 2. Group B fallout, the standings.
So, mathematically, that victory propelled Switzerland straight to the top of Group B. They finished the group stage with 2 wins and 1 draw. Canada, despite the tough loss, finishes in second place. The absolutely crucial takeaway here is that both teams are advancing. The dream is still very much alive for the host nation. However, slipping to second rather than finishing first, that dramatically alters the trajectory of their tournament. It changes who they play next, and maybe more importantly, where they have to travel.
Section 3. The public reaction, high emotion.
When you dig into the local and national reactions following the whistle, the fan base is completely fractured. On one hand, you have a really strong contingent expressing deep pride. They're quick to point out that Canada has far exceeded expectations, noting that without the expanded format and co-host automatic entry, qualifying would have been way harder. They're just thrilled to be at the dance. But on the other end of the spectrum, there's intense cynicism regarding the taxpayer costs for hosting these massive events. And then you see this deep-seated frustration regarding Canada's overall sporting history on the global stage.
I mean, one commenter even directly brought up the fact that a Canadian team hasn't won the NHL Stanley Cup since 1993. It's wild how a single soccer match suddenly becomes a lightning rod for broader cultural and economic debates across the whole country. And then, well, we have comments like this one, which just perfectly captures the intensely superstitious nature of sports fandom. One public commenter literally wrote, "Carney needs to stop visiting teams for his own cynical gain. He is giving them bad luck." They're, of course, referring to Canadian politician Mark Carney attending the games. Now, regardless of where you stand politically, from a purely sociological perspective, it's incredible to see fans searching for reasons for a loss. When a team drops a tight match, the fan base will blame the ref, they'll blame the weather, and yes, they will even blame the perceived bad luck brought on by visiting political figures sitting up in the VIP box. It just highlights how passionate and maybe a little bit superstitious this World Cup crowd has become. Section 4. The road ahead. Knockout logistics. Because Canada finished second in Group B, they instantly lose the comfort of staying home. Step 1. Canada has to immediately pack their bags and head south to Los Angeles, where they'll face the runner-up of Group A this coming Sunday. That is a really quick turnaround, a total change in climate, and a massive test on foreign soil. Meanwhile, for Step 2, by winning the group, Switzerland earns the right to return to BC Place in Vancouver for their knockout match on July 2nd. They get to rest, recover, and prepare in the exact venue they just conquered. So we've seen the historic highs, the tactical stumbles, and the fiercely passionate reactions of a nation hanging on every single pass. Canada has absolutely proven they belong in this tournament, but the safety net of the group stage, that's officially gone. So the ultimate question I want to leave you with today is this. Can Canada bounce back from this sharp reality check, regroup on the road, and actually survive the win or go home pressure of the round of 32 in LA? Keep your eyes on the pitch, folks, because this story is far from over. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.